Alright, here we go.
We good?
Episode 2.
Episode 2. I'm gonna start my stop motion while we're at it.
Yep.
And just build some stuff while we are doing this.
Makes perfect sense. Last night playing Lego Star Wars. Now we're building Lego Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean it's all for the mock. You can't really get wrong with that. So, gotta respect the grind. Respect the drip, Karen. Gosh, what are you doing?
I saw a video this morning of a Karen. Her name's actually Karen, and she wants to get it legally changed.
I mean, I don't blame her.
I know.
His name is, at this point, that name's just kind of a joke. So, like, yeah. I would definitely change it if I had that name.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
And if my name was Carl.
Carl
I feel like
Leeser.
that's the equivalent to a Karen.
Carl? Are you sure it's not like Dave or something?
Okay. Dave sounds.
Dave with like the military cut? Something like that.
Yeah, the cargo shorts.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Jesus sandals.
The jandals.
The jandals.
Oh god, am I becoming a Dave?
I don't know. You do have jandals.
I do have jandals, but I rock the jandals. So
You do. You do rock the jandals.
It's a style, and I'm not just some 40-year-old lad who rocks the Jesus sandals. But I mean, no hate to the people who do rock the Jesus sandals. It's really a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle. Like, very few can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do, props to you.
I mean, it's really not that hard to pull off. They're comfortable, so it's whatever.
Mostly what you wear with it.
Yeah, true. You gotta be able to wear it.
Because if you're wearing like neon yellow and then jandals, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, wear it like
as well.
some like dark color jandals. Or white, which I don't see people wearing white pants, just like white shirts. That's about it.
Why are you trying to give off the holy aura? Smooth. Wait. He dropped the jewel! Oh my god!
I dropped it off the forklift yesterday and I thought I ran it over, but because I hit something, I was like, oh no. And thank God it was just a stick I ran over. I was about to be heartbroken.
I mean, they're only like $20 anyways. But then you gotta go running and get it. It's just Also, I'm on the 18 grind. Ooh.
Today is Taylor's birthday.
Yes, sir.
He's now an adult.
I can do adult things like not drink, but I can go ahead and down all my money in college payments.
Yes,
so that's pretty high.
Let's talk about that because we kind of talked on it this morning a tiny bit.
Yeah.
And so, state of Michigan, well, the entire country, it's 21 to drink. But you can be 18 to fight for your country.
Yeah.
Which that's great. I say 18 is a great age to fight for your country. But if you can fight for your country, you should be able to drink and smoke legally.
Yeah.
Because also Michigan is 18 to possess nicotine, but 21 to buy it.
Yeah, and they're like one of the only states that has that in order too, I believe. I'm not
it's
too
one
sure.
Or two of us, yeah. I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah, Michigan's just been a real dickwad about this stuff. Like, it's not even a big deal. Like, if you have control over it, like, you don't let it control your life, like, you're fine. Like, who doesn't enjoy a good drink at the end of a hard work day or something like that, or a good smoke with the buddies as you guys are hanging out? Like, all those things are okay. It's not like you have to do it 24/7, but if you want to do it, it should be okay to do it.
Yeah,
it's your right.
Personal preference. So, in 2019, 8 states, Massachusetts, Michigan, Montana, New York, Oregon, and Rhode Island, Utah, and Washington issued emergency rules to temporarily ban the sale of flavored e-cigarettes. And Massachusetts, New York, Rhode Island, they enacted a permanent ban.
Really? Like, that's ridiculous.
It's all because people don't know how to control themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what's ruining it for everybody. And that's with everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to control yourself, you should be fine. Like, don't do it before you go on the fucking job.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, nicotine, that's not a big deal. But, like, smoking weed and drinking, don't do that shit before you go on the job. Like, don't do that shit before you're about to go hang out with your family. Don't do that. I mean, I guess in certain circumstances, but like, you know, if you have younger siblings, that kind of stuff, they don't want to see you drunk. And I'm
Yeah, because
guessing,
you're a role model.
yeah, you're a role model. So it's all about learning how to control yourself and realizing when it is a smart time to be able to do it and when it's a dumb time to be able to do it. So
It's people like that think I'll do it 24/7, not thinking of the repercussions for everybody.
yeah, that it
ruining.
affects. Then it ruins it for the people who do know how to control it.
Yeah.
Which is really quite unfortunate. But hey, that's why when I turn 19, we're just going to have a road trip with whoever's around at the time up to Canada. Have a nice drinking trip. So that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Stay at a hotel or something. I don't know.
Let's go to SeaWorld, bitch.
Hell fucking
Or
yeah.
whatever's there. Marineland.
I've never even heard of Marineland.
No?
Oh, is that just knockoff SeaWorld? Or is it just Canadian SeaWorld?
I've been to both, but I was so young.
Understandable.
All I remember is just wanting to see penguins. And I saw penguins, and I was happy.
Hey, I mean, I think I went to what was it? The Milwaukee Zoo. That was the last zoo I really went to that I saw animals at, and that was 2 years ago. I had my yearly trip to Wisconsin that me and my family do. So that was a pretty good time. I remember that pretty well. Me and my cousin Jake hanging out with the hanging out, looking at different animals, that kind of stuff. We were looking at like frogs, lizards, that kind of fun stuff. So, I mean, that was a whole zoo. It wasn't just an aquarium. But like, that was probably the last time I've actually done anything like that for a minute. So.
I know for my stepdad's work, this was 6-7 years ago. They rented the entire Detroit Zoo.
Really?
For the staff, and so like they could bring their families, and it was like all exclusive, so you could feed animals if you wanted to or whatever. So we spent a whole day at the zoo.
I'm gonna feed my mother-in-law to the tigers.
You know, if it happens, it happens.
Facts.
But like it was you gain more respect for the animals when you can do stuff like that. When like you can feed them or interact with them.
Yeah.
When you're normally not supposed to.
Yeah, which is just adding to the whole experience.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Which more places should do it because it's great for young kids.
Yeah.
They can learn to actually like animals and not be scared of them.
The only problem is with the whole Corona thing going on, it's hard to like all that stuff's taking up everybody's time and all that fun stuff. So it's hard to really get the message out for these smaller things that still have, importance. Like, who the heck didn't want to go ahead and hang with animals as a kid or something like that? Like, it's just a part of growing up, and that should be a part of everybody's childhood. So
it's not a bad thing to be out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, no, of course not. That's how you grow as a person.
Yeah, and you learn a lot about yourself interacting with people that you don't think you'll ever interact with.
Yeah.
Because you learn a whole new aspect of life, and you are the type of person that can see both sides of someone's opinion instead of just fighting for something that is blatantly wrong.
As Palpatine's wise words told me, you must embrace a larger point of view.
Yeah.
So, I mean, other than the dogmatic view of the Jedi, but it's just about getting to know the world around you and stuff like that, and realizing that everybody's different. And that, some people did have it good, some people did have it bad, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're all trying to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we're all people just trying to live our life to the fullest. And if you're not, I strongly encourage do something that you know you're going to be uncomfortable with. Like skydiving.
It's not like throw yourself into tigers or something like that.
Something that won't kill you, but like you're just scared to do.
Yeah, one thing that I did was, I went on my first mission trip 2 years. Oh no, now 3 years ago, because I was supposed to go on my third one this year. But I didn't know anybody going into that, and it was just like getting to know people, and like everybody is new there, and it's nice.
You become a family.
Yeah.
Because you're with each other all day, every every day.
Yeah, and that also like helped me see different things like outside of what I wouldn't normally see. Because I went down to Virginia. Now that's a bit of a ways away from Michigan, and like, well, obviously it's a bit of a ways away, but I mean, you get to see how lifestyles differ and getting to know different people. Because like basically how it went is like I went through my church to like do this mission trip, right? And so when we were down there, we met up with different churches and like we all stayed in like high school. Like we would sleep in the classrooms and that kind of stuff. Like we brought like cots and all that fun jazz. Get up at 5 in the morning and run. But basically, like you get to know people from different cultures and different like lifestyles, and it's just embracing a larger point of view. That's just so important in life. Not, I mean, obviously, if you ever do have, the thing is, like, I know that there are people that don't have the ability to go ahead and do those things. I mean, one day you will have the ability to, and I do hope that you embrace it.
Start with little things.
Yeah.
You don't have to like immediately like tomorrow I'll buy a ticket, go skydiving. Like no, start with little things and build up that courage to be like, I think I can do this.
Yeah, talk to that cute cashier at the barbershop.
Yeah, if they're a girl or a guy you like.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to tell them how you feel.
Yeah, it's really not a big deal. You'd be surprised. I mean, people are going to respect you so much more for telling you instead of you just holding in your feelings and stuff like that. Even if it's just like you guys are already friends, you can just be like, hey, have you ever thought about becoming more than just friends? And like, you know, if they have, then you guys can talk about potentially moving forward as that, maybe going on dates, that kind of stuff. But I mean, even if it's just a new person, you know, getting to know that person and stuff like that, it's just it's advancing your social skills.
Yeah.
As I slur my words like an idiot, not slur but stutter. But yeah, it's just about getting to know yourself. So
if you know yourself, you can learn more about other people by just sitting back. Because me growing up, I didn't really interact with a lot of people, so I stayed back. But I watched everyone constantly, and you learn
you're a
little
people
things.
watcher.
Yeah, you learn little things on what people do, and so you can take that. Like me now, I'm pretty social since I got to my new job, and I love it. I can talk to anybody, and I'm not nervous. And it's just, I can still sit back and watch. That's what I did the first 2-3 days. But now, I'll talk with all the techs except one. But it's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's it's a good feeling to know that it's easy to connect with people because a lot of people have a lot of things in common.
Yeah, once you feel confident about yourself, like things just kind of fall into place from there. You just gotta realize that you're the you are you. You know, I mean, you can always do stuff to improve you if you're unhappy with who you are. That's what life's about, is improvement. You're always trying to improve and strive towards better things. I mean, I guess that's kind of the whole focus of everything I do, is like just trying to improve. That's why we're doing this podcast here, is because it's fun. I mean, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel happy. I get to hang out with one of my buds.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we just get to work towards something good. So not even, you know, potentially if people do listen to this, you know, I'm sure they could get something out of it. Maybe some sort of, if they're searching for something that they're not quite sure of, you know, maybe they'll find peace in listening to us talk. Because I mean, honestly, I've been there so many times where just, you know, things seem to be falling apart around you and you're not quite sure why. And, you know, everything can seem perfect, but on the inside, you just feel like shit. And, I mean, you got to find a little bit of peace of mind. And if that's what you find here, then, hey, that's cool. Maybe because we're going to continue to do this regardless of people listening or not.
It's just a fun thing to do. Then, so our group, we have a lot of, we're very vocal to each other. We talk a lot.
Communication is tight.
And sometimes we'll go up to a parking lot. We'll all just sit there and just talk for hours. And some of the things, like like what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, all this stuff.
We always talk about that, and it's always more things every time we meet, and we always reflect on what we have already talked about, and it's just progressing more and more each time because every week we're always learning something a little bit new.
Yeah, we're just trying to help each other out and help each other move forward the best that we can. So, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know that you have people that have your back and care. And that's what life's about. Is, you got to make sure your pillars of life are being satisfied. Not just satisfied, but you're always working towards making it better. Relationships, friends, career, money goals, mental health, happiness. Like all those things are things that you're always going to want to strive towards improving. So, as long as you're improving towards those, you really have nothing to regret in life and really have nothing to really look back on and say, hey, I didn't live my life to the fullest. Because this is how you're going to live life to the fullest, is doing these things and making sure and always trying to improve. You're not just going to wake up one day and be a billionaire. Like, no, you gotta work for it. Yeah, and I'm not saying I'm trying to be some billionaire. I'm just saying, I want to get to that point where I have a comfortable income and that I don't really have to worry about it and I can have a good lifestyle.
Yeah, if you don't have to worry about money, of course, you can feel like you're a billionaire, even though you're not.
And honestly, like, just being smart with your money in general is just so important these days. Like, it's okay to spend your money on things, but you got to make sure that you're monitoring what you're spending your money on, how much you're spending. Is it a good investment or not in the long term? Like, I spent money on these Legos, but like, hey, and I think of doing stop motions with them, using them as props. I can use them in my mock. There's so much I can get use out of them for it. The money is worth it. And in the long term, it seems like it's a good idea.
And even more than just the mock and all that, the most important thing is it makes you happy.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to fail. Failure is always going to happen no matter what you do.
Yeah, and that's just
you just learn from it and adapt your ways. You're like, okay, I'm going to try again, but I'm going to go this route.
Yeah. It's all about, it's just life. That's what it really is.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nice.
It is nice.
Kind of got lost in the conversation. I totally stopped building for a little bit. I just kind of had my video recording and nothing to record.
That's good. You're going to just speed it up anyway.
Yeah. It's all good.
So it'll be literally 2 seconds of nothing happening.
Yeah, or I can just edit it out.
Yeah.
So not a big deal. Yeah, even working 2 jobs, like that's why I'm trying to get Mondays off for like both of them. I already get it off for one day, but trying to do that so that I can have one day where I can,
wellness day.
Yeah, just like a wellness day, I guess, where I can sit down and work on my future career that I hope to pursue, and like I can work on videos and stuff like that, and hang out with friends and just catch up. And I'm not saying that I won't have those days on the weekend, but I just want to make sure that I do have that one for sure day that I can.
Just in case.
Yeah. And if they don't understand that, then there's really no point of me being there.
Yeah.
So I can always get work somewhere else if need be. It's not like it's the end of the world. I'm just trying to figure out a good schedule because I got plenty of work already underneath my belt and plenty of experience. So like for being 18, you're not gonna really. I'm sure you can find people with more experience, but like compared to the average Joe, I got quite a bit of a step up.
Yeah, compared to people our age.
Yeah,
which basically only worked at little tiny shops like Five and Below or small stuff like that, or just like living off mom and dad's money. We are doing very well.
Yeah, like if I wanted to, I can go straight into the trades right now. Yeah. Like that's a career that I can easily pursue. Like everything is set up for me. All I need to do is say yes, I will pursue that career, which I just haven't gotten to that point yet.
Just saying yes is a big key to opening up many doors.
Yeah. Although, be careful what you say yes to.
Yeah, be careful what you say yes to.
Uncle Jimmy, get that away from me.
If you know you want to do something, Because like, if like you want to hang out with a friend and all that, but you're scared your family is gonna like hate you for it, just do what makes you happy. Your family, yes, make them happy, but they have to understand the other things make you happy than what they think.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you meant by like the friend part though. Are you thinking like somebody who'd be like more than a friend? Or are you thinking
Anybody.
like just anybody
Like,
in general?
if like you don't think your family will approve of them, don't be scared of that because they don't really know them.
Yeah, it's fact.
Just
I just bopped my head against the mic. Oops.
some nice Nikes by Justice Dirt. This is a good song.
I mean, I never really listened to it, so it's chill.
Yeah, currently in the background we're listening to the coffee shop lo-fi.
Yeah,
It's
it's nice.
it's a good one.
Honestly, we should probably just edit in
Yeah.
like background music at this point, just background lo-fi. I mean, certainly sounds better than than this fountain running off to the side. So.
It's a nice fountain.
Oh yeah,
I like it.
for $5 at Five and Below, definitely take that any day of the week. Chill.
Just like a nice peaceful. That's what I want to do in the corner of my room. I want to put up like a sheet or something to block it off and just make it a nice chill area to have fun, just go in, be mellow,
Yeah, vibe out.
just vibe out. I want to have lights. I need to rehang them up because they fell down.
Mm.
And just have it as like a nice, just chill spot.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That's kind of what I've been doing with my basement. Like, I have the LEDs down here now. I got a fountain. Got a decent setup for the most part.
Yeah. All you need is a mini fridge.
Oh, yeah, that does sound like a good idea.
I want one. I want to get a Red Bull one, like one of the fancy ones.
Loki, we should probably head up to Five and Below again today. We're gonna get Taco Bell while we're at it. Like, that sounds good. I know that we brought it up last podcast, but
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell sounds
Other
like
than the
you never go
shitsels
wrong.
afterwards, you really can't go wrong. Actually, I mean, I feel like it's either like really fucking good or like.
Oh no, it always tastes good. It's just the byproduct is good or not good.
I don't know. I've had my fair share of shitty tacos here and there, or like a shitty burrito. I'm not. I don't know. You know, it just wasn't quite made. But I guess what do you expect? It's fucking fast food. So
Yeah.
I guess you just gotta hope that you get somebody that actually gives two shits about what they're making.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel bad for. They really should pay. In general, everybody should be getting. I guess not everybody, but like, you know, people who have shittier jobs should be getting paid more than people who have cushy jobs.
Yeah.
I think that's just a fact. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you can have a cushy job. I'm not gonna judge you for that. But like, there are jobs that aren't cushy that don't require like hard work, something like that. But like, you know, that's why construction workers and because their labor is so low, like that's why they get paid so much.
But yeah, their job is really like.
That's why, like, me in landscaping, that's why I get paid a decent amount too, because you know nobody wants to do these shitty jobs.
Yeah.
Like it's hard work, but you know, if you patient, you know, keep it, don't go overboard, and you know, I don't want to wear myself out to the point where I'm working all 5 days of the week, and then I go home and I just fucking die. Like I'm not trying to have that. That's why I'm trying to figure out a nice schedule I can work around, so I can work my 2 jobs, work both of them. Like, you know, it'll be a big ticket weekend when I finally get moved up to waiter at the restaurant I work at, and like I'll be only working the big ticket days, so there's good money to be made there on top of the fact that, I mean, I'll be getting a very good hourly wage while working landscape, and that gives me pretty good hours too during the week. So like I can work that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday. But when I'm working at the Fed, I can't really work landscape during. Well, I guess I could, but you know, it's all about personality, and it's not really a job that I really want to go into being shitty and feeling tired, because I mean, I've been told that like you could have you could be doing really good at that job and stuff like that. And you could be getting plenty of money because, like, you can honestly, like, being a waiter, you can live off of that. You'll find a decent.
People do.
Yeah, I know so many people. I know a decent amount of people do. Like, it's really like if you're smart with your. I mean, honestly, you can live off of any career. I mean, as long as I guess not any career, but
You can live off of most of careers as long as you're smart with your money.
yeah,
If
exactly.
you're not smart with your money, that's in any job. You could be a billionaire. If you're not smart with your money, you're done.
Yeah, no, being smart with your money. Always one of the best classes I took in high school was building wealth class. It just helped me learn how to manage my money, all that fun stuff. So, I mean, yeah, just a really good experience overall. I mean, I still have the class I can take online at any time. So, I mean, that's always going to be used to my advantage because I can learn how to invest better in that, learn how to save my money, have a money plan, have all these different things that'll help me out in the future. Just understand the economy and money. And understanding that stuff, like, I don't understand why school isn't to teach you how to survive out in the world.
But yeah, so some classes like math, I get up until Algebra 1. So for us, that's freshman year. Or, well, okay, let's go sophomore year for geometry. I think that should be the last one that you technically have to take, and if you want to take more, you can. And then they should switch it for like financial stuff, like growing you as a person, like
They really
taxes,
should.
everything like that. Because the United States would be so much better.
In
Because
general,
people
yeah.
will know how to do things on their own.
Yeah, that's what's messed up about the whole school system is like they're so focused on everybody trying to get into college and stuff like that. When like in reality, that's a career path that not all of us really need to follow. Like, I'm gonna go to college. It's like yes, but I'm going to community college where I'm gonna be, working through it slowly over time. Like
Yeah, you don't have to pressure yourself and just
everybody's
stress out over it.
yeah, everybody's got like their own learning style and stuff like that. And like the school systems just didn't understand that whatsoever.
And they still don't. Like
No,
me,
they don't.
My counselor kept pulling me in her office. And she's like, "Where are you going to college? You need to apply and I need proof." I'm like, "I'm not going to college, man." And she's like, "You have to." I was like, "I don't have to." I was like, "I'm already in the job I want to do for the rest of my life." It's like not many people get to do that just in high school. Do what they want to do forever.
Yeah, no. I mean, for you, all it is now from this point is just moving up and getting more experience and that kind of stuff. And I mean, you're already getting paid a decent amount, right?
Yep.
And like, it's only gonna grow from here. Like, you're only gonna get raises. You're only gonna continue to save money and stuff like that. I mean, saving's such a big thing. You gotta make sure you do save money, especially if you want to move out and stuff like that. Because we're planning on moving in together someday. A few months down the road, whenever we figure out all that fun jazz. But you gotta be smart with it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Like for my job, I'm not even full time yet, and so the boss pulled me in. He was like, in the fall, he's like, "I'm gonna try to bring you in full time." He's like, "With that comes like the benefits and all that, 401k, health insurance," and he's like, "But it also comes with bonuses." I was like, "What kind of bonuses?" And he said, "If you finish what you're working on in 85% of the time, you can get a bonus from $900 to $3,000 every paycheck."
Really, $3,000. And how often do you get a paycheck? Like once a month or like every couple weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. So you have that opportunity to make $3,000 twice a month. That's $6,000 a month. Right out of high school.
Right out of high school.
Yeah. And here now these people are going to be going off to Michigan State.
That's added to what I'm already going to be making salary.
Yeah, which is already plenty. So.
Yeah, so even me now working 30 to 40 hours, I get paid, it's like $450.
Yeah.
And then I get that bonus. I could easily be at $2,000.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks. I get $1,000 a week, basically.
That is one nice thing that construction tech did teach me, is that, you don't have to rely on 100% college for the stuff that you do. Like, there is other options out there.
Like Jason, he doesn't have to go to college, but he wants to.
Yeah, neither do I, but I'm going. Well, actually, I'm not sure, because I'm not quite sure. I'm hoping that, like, my future career will involve, like, something online. That's what I'm really hoping for, like, to work through that stuff, to entertain, and to be an entertainer would be nice. I mean, I definitely have the personality for it and all
You
that
do.
fun
You
stuff.
You've taken this podcast into like your hands for this episode, and I love it because you're very open, and you'll talk about it how it is.
I mean, it's just how it is. So, I mean, yeah, the whole thing with YouTube is like, the only reason that so many channels fail and that nobody really picks up, or it doesn't seem like anybody picks up, is because like nobody really believes in themselves or anything like that.
Yeah, they'll give
I mean,
up.
that sounds very cheesy and whatnot, but like, fact of the matter is, like, so many people will just give up after the first month, 2 months, that kind of stuff. I mean, I haven't posted a video for a little bit, but that's just because I've been figuring out my schedule. It's kind of just a bad time at the moment. But I mean, I'm planning on getting right back to it and picking it right up. I'm still working on stuff. Like, I'm just going to get a bunch of videos done. In the meantime, I'm still doing these podcasts, next channel.
Yeah, and like you're recording a video right now.
Yeah,
and we're doing this.
If you haven't checked out my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to it. It's
link in the description.
Yeah, RevZoom. I'm the only one with that name, which is pretty hype. I mean, I kind of just came up with that as my brother's Instagram, Xbox account. I was thinking reverse Zoom, because I was really big into Flash at the time. So like reverse Flash, but there's a character named Zoom, and he's kind of like, in the second season of the TV show, he was like, how do you even describe him? Demon Flash, I guess. I mean, it was just some dude with a mask at the end of the day. But I mean, in the comic books, he was just reverse Zoom, but he harassed the future Flash instead, Wally West. So, I mean, I don't even know how I remember all this so clearly, but
I don't know either, man.
Flash, dude. I used to be big into it. I even have a Flash poster from ever. I'm sure you've seen them like street plenty of times, but I mean, I just came up with the reverse Zoom and then shortened it down to RevZoom. And hey, I'm rolling with it, and I like it.
It's a great name, actually.
Yeah, it actually just kind of rolls off the mouth. Nice. I'm chilling. Rolls off the tongue. It's unique. So
it is. It's the only one, which nowadays
that's hard to come by, especially with all the XXX noob killer 555 XXX underscore out there.
Yeah, you try to look at channels, you're like, oh, I think this is a cool name. So you go on YouTube, you type it in, you click filters, channels, and it's just like 800 of them, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's a really unique name? PewDiePie.
Imagine if he gave up when he only had like 1,000 subscribers. Imagine.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at it, I mean, you can look back at those videos. Like, everybody starts small. It's just about being consistent and staying with it. It's just a matter of time before people find your channel and it starts growing. It's just a process, and that's how everything with life is a process. Right now we're fresh out of high school. We're all building towards our future. Hopefully someday we can all have those pillars of life fulfilled and, all have a happy, fulfilling life. And, same goes with anything, is like you're always going to have to work towards it. And that goes for YouTube. It goes for any career.
Yeah. Or not even a career. Just doing something.
Yeah. I don't even see YouTube as a career.
No, it's just like a fun hobby, and it's just something to put you out there.
Yeah. I mean, like, I just like the idea of being able to entertain. I definitely feel like an audience would be nice. Like an audience.
I'd be proud if I get 15 subscribers.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, even no subscribers, even just seeing some views, that makes me happy. I'm like, people actually listen.
The thing is, like, you don't have to appeal to the everyday person. Like, the online stuff online these days, it's so easy to just find the people who are interested in anything that you post, and there you go. You have people who will watch your stuff, follow you, that kind of stuff.
It's just a small niche of people that you need to find. And some small communities are the greatest communities.
Of course, yeah.
Because they're so loyal. So like, some people have been watching PewDiePie since the first video he's ever put out.
Yeah.
And those are some of the most loyal people.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've watched PewDiePie back when Smosh hit the highest.
Smosh.
Smosh hit the the YouTube highest subscribers, and I think it was 2011, 2012.
Something
around there. But I remember watching him, and that's how I kind of got into PewDiePie. I was watching Smosh. My cousin showed me Smosh a while back. I loved Smosh for the longest time. I still every now and then will go back, watch a few of those old videos. They're funny. Yeah, I mean they're entertaining. It shows you what small time channels can do to be entertaining. It's just dumb skits that they just decide to do for shits and giggles, and that's why eventually they ended up just leaving. And I know that Ian's still part of it, but I know that Anthony went off on his own just because
Yeah, but they're still in good standing. It's like he'll show up and stuff all the time still.
Yeah, I mean it's been a long time since I've actually followed Smosh. I mean, in general, it's been a minute, but I mean, like they started off small too. Everybody does. It's just the fact, like you're not just gonna blow up one day. It's about staying consistent, always working towards it. So, and hopefully one day you have that. I have that small community, and because I mean, hopefully with our close group of friends, because we're all gonna have our channels integrated. Like we're all gonna be doing podcasts together, all that stuff. So like, hopefully, as time continues, we can have kind of like how Vanos has his group of like gaming buddies and that stuff, and they always do stuff together. You don't really see them going off, and I mean you do see them doing like their own stuff, but it's just like their channel. It's what they like to do.
Yeah.
That's overall what I want. Is I just want a place where I can share what I love to do with the people who I love to do with.
And don't bash people for doing what they like to do just because you think it's dumb or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean there's really no point. Just you get nothing out of it. I get nothing out of it. I mean, it's really not helping anybody out. So, I mean, it's not like even if I do see anything, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so salty. Because at the end of the day, it's just some dude that I don't know being judgmental about something that they don't understand. Like, everything that I do has good reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
So, not everything I do, but I mean, majority of like the big things I try to do and the things I try to strive for, I feel like have good reasoning behind it. I feel like a lot of my actions, if not all of my actions, are justified somehow. And I will always stand by that because it's just my intuition. So, yeah. Man, I totally lost track of doing this.
Yeah, you did. You spent like 10 minutes just talking. Not even building anything. Like, I just watched you set it down and just like sit back in your chair.
Yeah, I mean, it's conversation time. I can talk.
It's easy to get distracted doing this. Like we're already 35 minutes in.
Are we?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that we should. I have like, I guess it depends. I don't really care how long they are, but like, I think like 40 minutes is a good length overall.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good comfortable sitting length. Like, it's a good comfortable long drive that you can turn on a podcast for. Like, I mean, hey, you could be off driving out to Lake Michigan. You can just turn on our podcast and listen to it on the way there.
I also want to do podcasts on the road. Like, if we take a little trip, just have a GoPro going and record.
I mean, why not? There's really no point in not doing it. Yeah, I mean, like, you even see, like, small channels. Like, everybody has, not everybody, but, like, there's stuff that you can do that you just don't take advantage of. That a lot of people don't take advantage of. That could be something great.
If you have an opportunity that will change you into a better person, take it. Don't hesitate. Just take it, and you won't regret it.
Like, I remember the channel, I mean, he's not around anymore, unfortunately, but Ryan is Driving, I think it is, and, like, he would do, like, his Uber routes and stuff like that, but he would set, like, a GoPro up in his, like, a reverse dash cam and that kind of stuff. And, like, he would record, like, the funny conversations he'd have with people and that kind of stuff, and the bad ones, and all that stuff that you wouldn't think it would be entertaining, but you get like a satisfaction out of seeing these groups of friends that you just these are strangers and they just manage to click together, and it's just something nice. And you don't, because you record it, and now you get to share it with the world. And I mean, that only helps you out because you get to have that community that enjoys seeing that and stuff like that, and that you get to enjoy posting to and giving them that content. And I mean, overall, there's just a lot. The whole point of what I'm saying is just, there's a lot of small things that you don't realize that, I mean, people would enjoy, that would enjoy doing, that you're just not taking advantage of because you don't realize it and don't see that opportunity.
Yeah.
So just always keep an open mind, always try to, improve yourself. So that's what it's all about.
This has turned into like the social wellness, let's say, episode of the podcast, which I want every one of these to have a certain topic. Like this one, we started talking about the drinking and vaping ban.
Yeah, I mean, all the topics would just add to the description.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you just get a quick overview of what we've talked about, and you can skip to whatever part interests you. If that's what you do, hey, that's fine with me.
It's going to keep evolving from here, and there's going to be a lot of interesting things that are going to be said. I'd like to get Dylan on one day.
Yeah, I think Dylan would be a very good guest. I don't think he'll ever make a channel, will he?
No, probably not.
That's unfortunate. One of our buddies, one of our close friends, we'd like to have him get a channel and join us on this conquest of YouTube fun and whatnot, and experience it with us. But I guess you need to drive yourself to be able to do it, and you can't really force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. So if he doesn't want to do it and he just wants to hop on here every now and then, that's fine with me. I mean, he's still our friend. We'll still invite him out to these things. Not we're going to seclude him because he doesn't have a YouTube channel. Like, how dumb would that be?
Like, no, you don't have a channel.
No, you don't have a channel. You can't come vibe with us in the podcast.
Which it's a nice thing. So I have this podcast channel. I have the gaming channel, which I should start working on again.
You should really just combine it all into one, if I were you. Because that's what I'm doing with my channel. It's like, I just think that it's your channel. So you should be able to post what you want.
Yeah, and that's what it is. I'm still on the fence on what I'm going to try and be doing.
Because I feel like if you get stuck to a channel of like, oh, I do this certain thing, then what if you get bored of doing that certain thing? Or you don't want to do that certain thing anymore? Or something happens and you can't do that certain thing anymore. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You should be able to have, and then you're just going to have a fan base of just that kind of people too. So, I mean, if you broaden out what you do on your main channel instead of just sticking to one thing, you're going to, I think it's just going to be a better move overall to do it like that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking in the long term, if we do continue to do this stuff, which I do plan on doing. Yeah. So I don't even care about like the success of this stuff. It's just about, having a good time with my friends. So.
Like this morning when I woke up and I looked to see that the video uploaded, I was like, sweet. I go to see where it's at, and like 2 views. I was like, it uploaded 8 hours ago. I was like, huh.
Well, also you did upload at the dead of the night. So.
I did, and that's probably the best time to watch podcasts or listen.
Yeah.
We need to get some art going, which like lo-fi, like stuff like that coffee shop.
I have Photoshop, so I can take it.
We'll get this all squared away, and these will all.
I'll just get like lo-fi General Grievous to have in the background. Lego General Grievous.
He's just like in the window. He's like, hey.
Yeah. I'll just have like the General Grievous, the cowboy hat just sticking out. We'll have like our own character logos. Shit like that. That'd be funny.
It would.
I mean, there's just so much potential what we can do with this, and it's just exciting to see it move forward. It's just, gotta give it time to grow. Like, all this stuff takes time, so it's not going to happen tomorrow. I'm not just going to have a...
Yeah, you're not going to, like, 3.2 million subscribers in, like, 24 hours. Because if you do, you...
Honestly, I'm not even worried about the subscribers. I'm just thinking about, like, having the content there. Like, having the videos there to watch. Because if you think about it, every single video that you do is a low-key investment. Like, you can always go back and watch a video again.
Yeah.
And especially with podcasts, you can always go back and look at a topic that you like to talk about. And I
A
mean,
great example is vloggers, like Roman Atwood.
never. Yeah, I guess
He
I kind
filmed
of.
his entire life, and now he can go back and just like look at him. He can go back to when his oldest son Noah was just a kid.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's.
like his baby now. And like those are great because YouTube is not going anywhere.
No, it's not. It's the second biggest search engine on the internet, which people don't really realize, but it really is. Like, think about all the stuff that you use YouTube. Or like you'll search it up on Google, and then you'll get moved
Like
over
a
to a YouTube
how-to.
link. Yeah.
Daily users on YouTube. The total number of people who use YouTube, that's okay. That's a big number. I don't even know what that number would be. But there are 5 billion videos on YouTube. But 300 hours of videos are uploaded to YouTube every minute.
300.
300 hours every minute. Almost 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube every single day.
I mean, people think like, oh, there's many people doing it, then, but like in reality, there's so many people on planet Earth, and like, dang, you don't realize how big it is. You really don't. I don't realize how big it is. Nobody realizes how big it is. Nobody can realize how big it is because it's just massive.
Well, here are the top 4 countries with the most YouTube users. Number 1, United States, 167.4 million. Brazil is the number 2 with 69.5 million.
Brazil?
Brazil.
That doesn't.
Number 3 is
I guess
Russia.
they have a decent population.
Number 3 is Russia with 47.4. In Japan, 46.8. India has more than the United Kingdom.
Spotlight.
It's just the internet can connect so many people in this crazy way.
It really can.
Like Comic-Con and all that.
I've never been to.
I've never been to Comic-Con. But
probably. Like, I don't even know if actually they had the Michigan Comic-Con. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a bad time with the guys if we decided to do it. I could always bring my lightsaber addiction.
Oh no, not the lightsabers.
The lightsabers always come.
Yeah, they do.
The lightsaber collection stays on during sex.
Oh God. But
hey, they low-key vibe though.
They do.
Except for the noise, you're just gonna hear the entire time you're hitting it from the back.
So let's go over a quick overview of what this podcast was like just before we end it here shortly. So the ban of vape products, nicotine, drinking, which should be 18
It really
because
should
you
be,
can fight for your country. Come on. Love my country. Great country.
America. Fuck yeah.
And then
Freedom is the only answer.
And then social wellness. Being you is more important than being someone else. Don't try to make. Don't change for someone.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's simple.
I mean, you can grow with someone that's different, but like, don't change for somebody.
Yeah, it's like if like the girl or guy you like. I'm just gonna say girl for my sake.
Yeah.
Like if she likes guys with 6-packs, don't try and get a 6-pack just so she'll like you.
I mean, you can always improve yourself too.
You can improve yourself, but don't do it just for her.
Yeah, no.
Don't do something for other people. Do it for yourself. And if it makes other people happy, that's just a bonus.
Even if the idea is sparked by somebody else, like saying something or something one along those lines, I mean, like, if you think about it and you realize, hey, maybe this is something I want to do, and maybe it kind of improve me in the long run, and that's what you want to do, then, I mean, you can just thank them later on for the idea. It's not like they just don't have your reasoning behind it be
Don't
to
be
make
someone
it so
else's
that,
thought.
yeah. Just don't do it so it will like you or something like that. Like, you can do it for yourself. Not enough space. Sweet.
Welcome to the iPhone world. So that's gonna be it for this podcast. This episode. There will be another one probably today.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There'll probably be another two
later.
today.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for coming, stopping by, to listen to us talk. I mean, I hope that you got some enjoyment out of it. I mean, I certainly enjoyed sitting here talking with my buddy. And I mean, if you enjoyed it, then stick around.
Share what you've heard with your family, because it's very impactful what the word of mouth can do.
Yeah, I mean, you know how many YouTube channels and stuff I've learned about just by, like, talking to my buddies and stuff like that. Like, it's all about improving. So, yeah. All right. Always strive to improve yourself. Yeah, have a good day.
Have a good day. Thank you for watching.
Listening
and watching. Technically watching because it's on YouTube. Yeah. But have a nice day, everyone.